Let's now shift focus and let's talk about Granules India. Let me welcome on board Priyanka Chigurupati, the ED at Granules, joining in on the show right now. Priyanka, hi, morning. Great to have you on the show. After the second quarter, wanted to understand whether you've seen any change in demand and pricing situation that you may be witnessing currently, and also anything about raw material prices, if you could tell us.
Great. First, thank you for saying my name right. It is often mispronounced, but good morning. To answer your question, prices overall, I think I'll talk specifically about the US market, which kind of encompasses the rest of the regions as well. I think we're finally seeing the light of the day. There's a stable price market right now. Maybe 1 or 2% erosion here or there, but I think the worst is behind us. And we're seeing that because a lot of customers across the world are actually pulling out products. They're rationalizing, a lot of suppliers are rationalizing their product portfolios, which means that the bottom has come to very many of them. So it's a good positive sign for sure. And for us on the rationalization aspect, I think we've held strong and we're seeing the benefits of it because we at the crux of our company are a manufacturing company, and we pay heavy attention to every single detail of our manufacturing value chain, which has helped us stay and play hard in the game.
So what do you have to say about the China Plus One theme playing out and how it's going to help Granules lead to better demand prospects?
See, I just have one thing. When people ask me this question, China has been China for very many years for a reason, right? Now, China Plus One will happen. It is a good thing for the rest of the world. But is it going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. For Granules in specific, we've seen quite a bit of demand from specifically Southeast Asian countries and like Latin America, etc., to qualify our product. And of course, some regulated countries as well. But there's been an influx of demand specifically from Southeast Asian countries. So we've been we've been registering with them. It'll take us a few months, few quarters more to get the registrations taken care of. But yeah, there has been a benefit to Granules because of the China Plus One strategy for sure.
Yes, indeed. And Priyanka, hi, morning. Would to also get in your view, since the second half of FY24, you've got lots of launches lined up. So tell us a little bit more about the pipeline. Is there any big launch to look forward to?
I think all our launches are big because whatever we choose to get into, we literally milk the life out of it from a cost perspective. So we're able to maximize the benefits on the front end. So we have, I think even in the investor call, I said that we have about 7 now, more than that because we've received more correspondence from various agencies. So between 7 and 12 launches over the next year, specifically over H2, we have about 7 launches. And when I say launches, I would like to reiterate that it's not going to mean that we launch and we get our entire market share on day one. So we will launch them and we'll see the effect of these launches play out over the next couple of quarters and year.
So get that, all launches are big for you. What about backward integration? How exactly is that going to work in order to enhance your margins? And because of this, how much of an improvement do you think we can expect in FY24 and even beyond?
So to address that question, I'll address it in 2 parts. One is backward integration for regular products, and then really strategic backward integration, right? We start off 2 of our biggest products. I think everybody knows what the products are. We are working on backward integrating using green technologies, etc., which will be evident with pilot scale facilities coming up over the next couple of months to quarters. Those 2 big products, once they are commercialized through CZRO, they will give us more than the margin improvement. There will be margin improvement to a certain extent, but I think for us, the reason we decided to go for it at this time was because of what we've seen happen over the last couple of quarters. We will be the strongest player in the world for those products, and I will say that with my heart on my chest. Those 2 major products will continue to be major for us even going forward, and we are doing full expansion. So that is one category of products. Every single product that we're working on right now is going to be backward integrated to a certain extent, but not using regular chemical synthetic processes. We have invested heavily into R&D over the last year, and you'll see the results of that with the number of filings that we announce maybe at the end of this fiscal year. The number of DMFs, the number of dossiers across the world that we're filing will be pretty much at an all-time high. But I would like to tell you that each of them is backward integrated to a level that makes a difference. We don't like to just be backward integrated for the heck of it. We'll take some time, but be backward integrated to a level that it makes a solid difference financially and on the sustainability side of it. With that, I hope that answered your question.
It did. I also want to talk about your recent added capacities. I mean, how the production and utilization levels for MUPS block, as well as the packaging facility at Virginia, are panning out.
Well, I think I hope we planned, I guess, for much larger facilities, but because we're almost by the end of this fiscal year, and I think over the next 12 months, we'll be running out of capacities in both. So to answer the MUPS plug, we're at 50% right now, but with all the launches coming up over the next, whatever I just mentioned, the 7-8 launches that are primary MUPS based, we will be very close to nearing the end level of our capacities. Packaging site in the US will be optimized within the next year. We'll be out of capacities. But we have a GLS, our new site in Genome Valley in Hyderabad, that's coming up. By the end of FY24, we'll have about 2.5 billion units. And I won't even be surprised if all of that is spoken for within the next 6 months. So we're constructing another, an incremental volume in GLS over the next couple of months. So that will come on in FY25 as well. So there is a lot of demand right now, primarily from the fact, I think one of the reasons is what I mentioned, product rationalization. I think due to the regulatory landscape that everybody knows about in the world, we have seen a lot of demand from various customers, primarily because we've had about 9 audits across all our sites in the last 7 months, and we've had 4 sites go through with 0 observations, and the rest of them minimal observations, responded, received EIRs, etc. So I think that is bringing us a lot of demand that was unanticipated, which is a great story. So this is a good problem to have right now for us. And we're building capacities to optimize the profitability and CapEx while optimizing the CapEx.
Sure, got that. Priyanka, great to have you on the show today. Thanks so much for taking the time out.
Thank you so much.